Okay, let's talk about something that nobody really understands. This is your backend website technical setup. I know from, again, talking to clients, most of my clients are very low tech. And so I want to start introducing some terminology that probably the person you hire is going to start talking about. And I want to educate you on what they're talking about so that you can give informed answers. So we've talked about planning and content and design, and now we're going to get kind of into the techie part of a website. So when you have a website, it's made up of multiple pieces, multiple layers all working together. So the first step I want to talk about is your domain registration. So when you're working with a web person, they are going to probably at some point ask you, who is your domain registrar? Domain registrar. So what that means is, where did you buy the domain from? So onpurposeprojects.com, where did I buy that from? I bought that from Bluehost, but most people will buy it from GoDaddy or domains.com or something like that. So where did you actually buy that name from? And then the second layer is your web host. So a web host is basically like where are all the website files stored? Like where's all the website information stored? It's stored on a host. The host may be the same as the domain registrar, but most often it's not. You can buy domains from hosting companies and you can host from domain companies, but in most cases, it's two separate companies. So for example, like a combination we see a lot is they buy the domain from GoDaddy and then they host with WP Engine, or they host with Bluehost, or they host with, whatever it is, like whatever company it is for hosting. So that's now we have domain registrars and we have hosting. And then the third thing is your CMS. Your CMS is the tool that is used to build your website. A CMS in most cases is going to be WordPress. A CMS means content management system. And that just means what's sort of in that back end. How is that content being organized from the back end? And a CMS, again, in most cases is going to be WordPress. And then if they say which platform, okay, now they're asking about, okay, WordPress, Webflow, Shopify, Wix, Weebly, whatever it may be, BigCommerce, Magento, like what is building this website? What is this built with? So that's another one, the platform. And then your email server. Okay, so where's your email? Okay, you might check your email in Outlook or Gmail, but where is that email coming from? Like, where is all that email configuration, all those email settings? And generally, your mail server is the same as your web host. So if they start talking to you about your mail servers, it's basically, okay, if you have an email address, let's say Natasha at onpurposeprojects.com, where is that email coming from? Okay, yes, I'm checking it in Gmail, but that's not a Gmail email address. So where is that email? Where's that server? Where's that original spot where all those emails are going before it's directed to Gmail? So what else do you need to know? SSL. If you say, oh, I have an SSL certificate, it's basically just something that puts that little lock on the domain that shows your site is secure. Some people buy their SSL certificate from a third party, but those are the main ones to keep in mind. But the big ones being your domain registrar, your web host, and then your platform. Those are the big three. And again, when you're talking to developers, if you don't understand, stop and ask them, because it's our job to explain and make sure that you know what's going on. But those are, as you start talking to developers, a lot of times that's the terminology they're going to be using. So hopefully now that helps you feel more comfortable. I'll talk to you in the next video.